Just to confirm, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Great. So let me start my demo with accessing to mFiles and just to show how user-friendly the software is. So as my colleague already mentioned, mFiles desktop application is fully integrated to the Windows. That means that for users can access mFiles with different ways. One of them is accessing from new drive. And also they have shortcut on the desktop, and so it's really easy to find the software. And also, I would like to say that one of advantages of this software is that users can use, or companies can use several vaults. For example, one of them can be a main vault with contracts, invoices, and other documentation. And also they can set up a new vault, for example, only for archiving purposes, or maybe for another agenda that shouldn't be implemented in the same main vault. Okay, so now you should see mFiles. So this is homepage, and from here you can see views. So it's some reproducing of folder structure that users are used to. For example, if I go to view documents, I can access, I can find documents in any of mentioned views. For example, proposals by year. So if I know that we made some proposal in 2018, so I can easily find it, and also I can see some information from here. Also, I can access my documents that I recently worked with. I can see tasks. If I have a task from workflow, or maybe ad hoc task from my colleague just to check a document, so I see it from homepage. And also, and check out me view, I can see documents that are blocked for me that I'm working with right now, and that are not. They are only in read mode for other users. Also, what is really good for users that if they want to check contents of a document, it's not necessary to open this document in separate application, for example, Adobe Acrobat or in Microsoft Office. So from this preview function, users can quickly check what this document is about. Also, maybe I will show you later. So this is a search line. So that means that users can Google some information in mFiles. So it works exactly as in Google or in Cesnam. So the user just type keywords about documents, and mFiles is looking for that. Okay. For sure, really important how to store documents in mFiles. Again, there are several ways. I would say one of the most often ways how to do that is, for example, if someone receives a document by email, so they can easily save it from Outlook. For example, here you see some invoice. And once user receives it, so they can they should only right click, and in context menu, they should choose save attachment to mFiles. So if they have only one vault, it will be even faster. So then now we are working with metadata, and one of the key metadata is class. So it's a document type. So if I know if this is invoice, and I just can start typing invoice, and so now I can choose if I want to upload purchase invoice or sales invoice. So for example, it's purchase. And then you can see on metadata card metadata or properties. So those with stars, they are mandatory. So I cannot create a document without filling it up. and some of them they are not mandatory, but maybe it's rather nice to have because it will be really useful in views and in search. And what you see, this metadata, I just would like to emphasize to say that metadata can be adjusted to your company structure. So what you see here, so it doesn't mean that in your company you need the same exact metadata. Okay, I will just fill up document date. Okay, and then I can store. Also, you can see that on this document, we already have a workflow started. So once I confirm this creating of document, it immediately will be in received awaiting check-in status. Okay, so I just uploaded this metadata, okay, and if I want to check how it looks like in the system, you can see that in recently accessed by me view, there is already a new invoice that I just uploaded from my Outlook. And regarding searching, so now if I type a word, for example, digital, because I know that this invoice is from company digital resources. So you can see that this Google search, so-called, so it already returns this invoice as a result because this invoice contains this word. Okay, so I don't have much time, so I would show you another amazing feature about M-Files. It's templates that are also mentioned by my colleagues. So as you know, in companies, so companies usually have some typical contracts, and M-Files can make the process of creating of such documents really really faster. For example, now I would use my view, for example, this templates view, and if I want to create a contract, I can already prepare some templates of this contract. For example, if it's a non-disclosure agreement, I just quickly double click on this template and then fill metadata that I want to have in this contract, and I can also choose some contact persons. Let's say that owner is David Potter and document date is here. Okay, and when I create it, so you can see in the document, so there is some typical text with company logo, but what you can see that some information is already pre-filled. For example, this company name is pre-filled from metadata, and for example, this date of document, it's also pre-filled, and some information about contact person. So you can also use metadata such as address of company, or maybe what number or company number. So that's why I would say that this process is really easy and really user friendly. And also about this contract. So let me quickly show you about workflow process. For example, this contract, not template, but the contract that I created. And also you can see that we can use automatic names for documents. So it can also be really good for users just to find document. Okay, so I can see this document in draft state, and when it's ready for approval process, so the user, the owner or responsible person just choose waiting for approval state. So when I do that, this person will receive notification and receive assignment that will be available in this assigned to me view. And then this user should read the document and say if it's okay, something should be adjusted. So in the case if something is wrong, so this user can reject, and in this case, this document can go back, or if it's approved, so the document will be transferred to next state that is effective. And in this workflow, so this workflow is really flexible. So what you can see now is just some kind of configuration, but it's really easy to configure. The most important to know what your company really needs. And besides these manual actions, there are some automatic can be set. For example, if I say that so now this contract is effective, but for example, if it was some date, now it so the system doesn't allow me to do even to set some earlier days and document date. So this kind of controlling mechanism can also be set. But if you see, for example, if today is 22nd of September, and the effective through day is coming, so in this case. Another workflow state will be automatically set, revision needed. And in this case, another person will receive a task to check the document and if it's necessary to start approval process or process of creating another document. So it was just really quick because I'm really limited in time. But if you would like to know more about mFiles, because for sure we have a lot of nice features to show, so we'll be happy to show you. But now I would just thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, so please go on, ask us.
Yes, thank you, Margareta. This is the time for you. So in case you have any question, please put it to our chat box. Now we will be answering your questions. Of course, in case you have any questions after the webinar, you can just write us an email to info@digeres.cz. And so I'll have a look at our chat. Yeah, here is our first question. And it is, what are the minimal technical requirements for 50 users? So maybe Jirka, could you please answer this question?
Yeah, sure, of course. Well, this entirely depends on the type of the documents that are expected to be managed by mFiles and, of course, their quantity. I will post the system requirements in the chat, but let's say the minimum requirements for a reasonably functionable mFile system are about 4 cores of CPU, 4 gigabytes of memory, and about 1 gigabyte of free space on the disk. So, and for more information, I would just like to sort of once again tell you about the system requirements that I've just presented in the chat.
Yeah, thank you, Jirka. And we have a second question here, and it is, what is the most common way how to implement the system? What should be the first step? Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe Jirka, could you tell again what is your experience, or what would you say to our potential customers how they could do the first step and the process?
Yeah, sure. Well, of course, the first step is to contact the mFiles reseller, which is responsible for implementing mFiles in a specific area. In this case, that should be Digital Resources. And when it comes to the implementation itself, a standard business analysis should be performed to identify required document classes, basic customer needs, required workflows or user rights. Then the vault customization should be performed. So M files would fit perfectly to the customer's requirements. And after all of the previous steps that I've mentioned are completed, testing can begin by the customer and also with the support from our side. Once the testing of the implemented system is completed, after that, user training should be performed, as well as acceptance process and basic transformation of M files into the production environment of the customer. And of course, the length of the implementation process is entirely dependent on the type of the customer and the customer's needs. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, that's perfect, Dirka. Thank you very much. And we will wait a second if there are some other questions now. And as I already said, in case you have any questions after, in case you're interested in any area of MFiles in particular, we can go together to more detail. We can arrange a meeting and show you more from MFiles. This is just an overview and of the basic features, but we'll be happy to show you more. Yeah, it seems there are no more questions now. So from me, I would like to thank you very much for participation to our webinar. It was nice to be here with you. I thank my colleagues that prepared the presentation today. And I hope there will be a chance to meet you again, for example, at some other of our webinars or at a personal or online meeting. As I said, we'll be happy to show you more and discuss your questions and needs. So thank you very much. I hope to see you again and have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.